What's up, guys? We are back with another BMW M4 Performance mod install video. Today we're going to be installing Dinan's Dinantronics Stage 2 Performance Tuner. Let's see what's in the box. Now we got the module. Got the Velcro to Velcro the module to the harness. And we got the wiring harness. And the instructions. So basically this is a piggyback module that interrupts the PCM and changes the tune. So we're going to plug these plugs into the module and then go around the PCM connectors with these guys. So the first thing we're going to do is turn these 10mm nuts quarter turns. Remove this panel. Next, we're going to remove the 230 Torx bits, T30 Torx bits. We're going to remove the map sensor. Then we're going to pull this rubber weather stripping out of our way to give us more clearance, because we're going to be working down here with the PCM connectors. Alright, so there's 3 connectors down here. We're only going to use 2 of them with the new harness, but the first connector is kind of in the way, so we're going to remove that, make it easier to access the other 2 connectors. So I'm not sure if you can see them down there. So I got those disconnected. So what we're going to do is we're going to install the new harness onto the factory computer connectors and then plug the Dinan harness into the connector, into the module. So these are the 2 connectors that are going to go back into the computer. Before we do that, we're going to spray some electrical cleaner, electrical contact cleaner into these harnesses. Okay, now you can see that the one harness has white zip ties and the other harness has orange zip ties. It tells you where they go. So this goes into the 2 spot, this goes into the 3 spot on the computer. Alright, so once we have the module all plugged in, we're going to route the harness behind the weather strip over to the other side here. So you see we got the harness. So we're going to remove this trim panel. And we're going to Velcro the module right here on top of the fuse box. And then we're going to run the power eyelet here underneath this T47, and then we're going to put this ground down on this ground inlet. Alright, so we've got the module. We're going to plug the orange plug. See how there's an orange pin on there? Plug that in. Flip that around. Take the other side. Plug that in. Flip that around. So we're going to put it under here for now. And that's where it goes. And we're going to run these wires to the power and the grounds. So another cool feature of the Dinantronics tuner is that there's an app on your phone. You can turn it on and off. So you connect it to your car, and then you put in the last 4 digits of the device, and you can actually turn it on and off. So that was pretty sweet. So the last step you want to do is check for any codes in the system. All right, we got no codes. Now it's time to road test it and see how fast it is. All right, guys, we got the Dinantronics Stage 2 tune installed on the car. We're gonna take it for a ride. If you have larger hands, this job is kind of a pain in the butt. I got about 6 or 7 cuts on my hands trying to get the Dinantronics harness in there on top of the factory harness. So if you have bigger hands, I suggest you maybe find somebody with small hands to give you a hand to try to do this, or just have your local BMW dealer, where most of them are Dinan dealers. They can obviously install it for you. So we're about to take it for a rip, see what happens. Oh geez. Oh man. Yeah, it's definitely noticeably faster. Holy crap, we're going a little bit over the speed limit there. But man, yeah, I definitely felt the difference in every gear. They were saying, I was reading that you could feel it in the taller gears, 4th, 5th, 6th. But we basically rolled on it 2nd gear, and it really took off. So I definitely can feel a difference. And now this is supposed to put my car over 500 horsepower at the wheels when you have an intake and an exhaust. So I do have the AFE Magnum Force Stage 2 intake on the car currently. No exhaust yet, but that's coming soon. So I may not be getting the full 500 or so to the wheels, but I gotta be pretty close. I'm still trying to get this car on the dyno to see what it puts down. So hopefully, once I get the exhaust, we get it on the dyno, we'll definitely see over 500 to the wheels. That's my ultimate goal. But it's definitely noticeably faster in every gear, so I'm pretty happy about that. All right, we're gonna roll on here a little bit in second, see what happens. Oh. Holy crap. That's fast. That's fast. Definitely a noticeable difference. So just on that quick drive, I can definitely feel a noticeable power increase. So I'm pretty excited about that. And like I said, you could turn the tune on and off with the cell phone app. So once we get it on the dyno, we'll actually be able to run it with the tune on and off, and we'll actually get to see what the horsepower and torque increase is. So I'm curious to see what those numbers actually are. So like I said, installing this yourself, it's kind of a pain in the butt if you got bigger hands. I cut my hands up pretty good trying to plug the Dinantronics harness into the PCM, and then the PCM connectors into the harness. There's pretty tight down there, but I think it's definitely going to be worthwhile. Curious to see what the numbers are. So that pretty much wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something about the Dinantronics tune if you were considering getting one for yourself. Like I said, I definitely can feel a difference, but once we get it on the dyno, we'll know for sure. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for checking out my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to follow me on Instagram. Have a great day.